Monitoring the story, France 24's Wasim Nasser. Wasim, for now, you heard what the Interior Minister says, ruling out that terror motive. There's been talk more and more of late of quote-unquote opportunistic claims of responsibility on the part of Islamic State militants.
Of course, it could be, since when they issue a claim, it's not 100% sure, it's not a proof.
They get it wrong sometimes.
To say. They got it wrong with Vegas, for example, because since the founder of Amaq, which is like their propaganda agency, was killed by drone by the Americans, they made some mistakes. One of the biggest mistakes, the most notorious mistakes, is claiming the attack of Vegas, for example, because at the time they fell for fake news, because when the attack of Vegas happened, many fake news from media outlets, conspiracy media outlets in the States said that the attacker was Muslim. So they took this information and they claimed it. But that was one of the rare mistakes. On this case, we don't know yet. Of course, the Minister of Interior is saying that it's not qualified as a terror attack yet, because it's maybe surprising to see someone killing his mom and his sister. But what we should know is that this happened in two times. So at first he killed his wife, his mom and his sister. Then when the police tried to intervene, he attacked the police and one person passing by. And if we look at some precedents in jihadi stories, of Islamic State sympathizer stories, we see that it's not that surprising. For example, in Saudi Arabia, 6 persons from one family took their uncle into the desert and they killed him because he worked for the police, for example. There are other examples of people killing their relatives or even their parents because their parents tried to prevent them from joining the Islamic State, either in Saudi Arabia, in Iraq, in Syria, or other countries. But up to now, we don't know. We may have some clues if we know what was the job of the mother and of the sister. What were the real motives for the first killing of his mother and of
the Interior Minister says he had severe psychiatric problems.
Yes, but this doesn't prevent him from acting in the name of a terror organization. We have other precedents too. And what we should know also is that for jihadi movements and for the Islamic State in particular, for them it's very easy to consider a Muslim as a traitor. For example, some jihadi writings say that even Muslims living in Western countries who pay their taxes, who benefit from a welfare state, are considered as enemies because they are helping a crusader state. And they even ask them to leave those states. And so there's it's a very conflicting issue among jihadi movements themselves, how to consider Muslims living in Western countries. For some, they are considered as not responsible for what's happening, and for others, just the fact of being in a Western state and profiting from welfare state or from what a Western state gives you makes you an enemy even more than, for example, a Christian or a regular Westerner.
All right, Wasim Nasser, many thanks
Thank
for
you.
that.